Good morning, Year 4. Our writing lesson today, we are starting to write our first draft of our journalistic writing. So by the end of the lesson, your book should look something like this. And today we're going to focus about using our paragraphs to organise our ideas, okay? So organising paragraphs around a theme. And to get to goal today, we want to start to use adverbials and conjunctions to link our paragraphs together. So to start us off, we have a waggle to show us what journalistic writing looks like. So this waggle I have written for another section of Charlotte's Web, okay, so that you don't accidentally borrow too many ideas from the waggle. Okay, so we've got some vocabulary you might be able to pick from, and also you get an idea of what your work should sound like. So it says, last week, the life of a young pig was saved by a small girl. The youngster's own father attempted to murder the helpless runt after he was born smaller than his siblings. In an unexpected turn of events, the farmer changed his mind when his daughter begged him to reconsider. The incident, which occurred on Mr. Arable's farm, shows that a father's love can conquer all. Last Tuesday morning, reports from eyewitnesses say that Mr. Arable began his day as usual. He explains, I was heading down to the pig pen with Lurvy, and we noticed the sow had given birth to her litter. At closer inspection, it became apparent to John Arable and his farmhand that one of the piglets was more demure than the others. Experts report that it is commonplace for runts to be euthanised to avoid both unnecessary pain and cost. Mr. Arable, who reported exclusively to the Weekly Chronicle, continued, I was heading down with my rifle slumped over my shoulder when Fern came running from the house. His strong-willed daughter protested against the murder of any living thing and pleaded with Mr. Arable to spare the piglet's life. Okay, so have a little look through that waggle. What vocab can we magpie to use in our writing? So pause the video and have a little look. Okay then, so you might have picked up ideas such as youngster, so we've used a pronoun. Okay, helpless, unexpected turn of events, reconsider, the incident which occurred. Okay, reports from eyewitnesses. We might use the word sow. So this is a female pig. And litter. Apparent, so if something's apparent, it's clear to see. Experts report. Unnecessary. Exclusively. And pleaded. Okay, so there's lots of vocabulary in there you might have been able to magpie. Okay, and that includes prefixes such as un that are common for our Year 4 standards. Okay, and also some adverbials to link together our ideas. So hopefully you've made a lovely list of vocab that you might be able to now use in your journalistic writing. So one final reminder before we go into our draft today, what is important in newspaper writing? So I want you to write a step to success. What's important when we do journalistic writing? Pause the video and make a list, and then we'll discuss whether you have the same answers as me. Okay then, so you might have picked up that we need to have third person and past tense. Let's make this a little bit bigger. You may have said that we need quotes from eyewitnesses. We need paragraphs to structure our writing. So we have our orientation, our main paragraphs, and then our reorientation. Okay, we might use fronted adverbials or conjunctions to link ideas together. We're going to use high-level topical vocabulary. And we're going to make sure our quotes have got correct punctuation as well. Okay, so we're using our 66 and our 99 as our quotation marks, or speech marks rather, and our comma for our reporting clause. Okay, so hopefully you've got even more ideas than me, and well done if you have managed to find all of these steps. So let's go into our draft then. You have a plan to help you, an outline of what should be in each paragraph. Okay, so we're going to use this to start us off, to help us begin our writing. So the first thing says our orientation. It's for our 5 W's, and we're going to begin with when. So I've given you some ideas, some fronted adverbials you might want to start with, so you can choose one or you can think of your own. So last Sunday, so we've answered our when. Now we're going with what. A miracle occurred on a small farm near to the village of Cheadle. Okay, so we've said when, we've said what, and we've said where. Okay, a message has been written. Remember, in the past tense, had been written. In fact, let's up level that to woven. A message had been woven onto a spider's web, which was found by the farmer, Mr. Zuckerman. Okay, so we're using lots of high-level vocab. We're using woven. We've used occurred and miracle. We've used a fronted adverbial, and we're keeping that high-level vocab, answering our 5 W's. So we've answered our when, our what, our who, and our where. Okay, now in the red, it gives you some ideas of what you might want to use. So we've used fronted adverbials, we've used some formal language and high-level vocab, and have we used an apostrophe for possession? Okay, so last Sunday, a miracle occurred on a small farm near to the village of Cheadle. A message had been woven onto a spider's web. So yes, we have used apostrophe for possession. And have we used any of this vocab in purple? So unexpected, appearance, event, unbelievable, discovered, or recently. Okay, so we could pop in the word unbelievable here to describe the message. Okay, so I've used my plan and my ideas in red and purple to begin my newspaper article, and this is what you are doing today. You are writing your orientation and your second paragraph, which goes into more detail about who and what. Okay, so your last task today then is some independent writing. We should have 2 paragraphs for your journalistic writing today, year 4.